Okay, I just put on the recording. Okay, Virginia, and then just tell me the roles so that Dr. Williams and I can know. Virginia.
Hi everyone, I'm Virginia and I will be the Vice President for NBASLH.
Okay. Unique.
Hello, I'm Ianique and I'm the treasurer.
Okay. Dr. Rosa Lugo. So I am with you guys today. I retire January 31st. Your advisor will probably be Poonam DeSorms, but Ashanti knows where to find me. So don't despair. Just like Dr. Williams, and when she introduces herself, you'll see what we mean. Okay, Dr. Williams.
Okay, I am Dr. Williams. I am faculty at Nova Southeastern University. However, Nova Southeastern University has one of the only affiliate chapters of NBASLH in the state of Florida. So you guys are going to actually be the second affiliate that's associated out of the state of Florida. So I am here to pretty much kind of help you guys through this process of understanding what it is to be an affiliate on a university campus, because it is a unique experience because you guys are doing it as a college rather than doing it as like an outside entity of just a bunch of people getting together. So I am here as well. I know Dr. Rosa Lugo is retiring, but as Ashanti knows already, you guys have my email address now. So Ashanti knows she can always contact me as well to give you guys some insight. Today, my main role is just to give you guys some suggestions. I sent a couple of documents to kind of maybe help you guys shape them. So I just sent those about 15 minutes ago. If Dr. Rosa Lugo gives me permission to share, I'll share those with you guys.
Yeah,
and talk to them.
Please.
Just to kind of do it. The affiliate chapter here at Nova was established back in 2006 when I first started working at this university, and we have been an active affiliate since then. So kind of give you some ins and outs of things that work and don't work when it comes to this process. I know starting off is kind of hard, so it's a little bumpy in the beginning, but I'm here to support you guys as well. And Ashanti, I'm going to ask you just to introduce yourself one more time because I think we didn't get it on the recording. So I want everybody to know your role as well as we go forward.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Ashanti and I will be the president for NBASLH.
Okay, so Dr. Rosa Lugo, if you give me permission to share, let me, oh, you did, okay, give me 1 second. Let me not go here, let me pull up.
While you're doing that, Dr. Williams, Ashanti, so we have VP, we have treasurer. How many other roles have we designated and has everybody said yes? So who's what?
Okay, so let me see. We have Desiree, she'll be the community service chair. We have Michaela, she will be the secretary. And then we'll have Gabrielle, she'll be the historian.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
And it should say hopefully affiliate chapter officer and board. Does it say that? Okay. So you all have a couple of roles that I don't have, but that's perfectly fine because you all are doing this for yourselves. And so as you can see, we started off with, we just have a chair, president, and then we have a chair-elect and president-elect. So whoever's going to be taking over once Ashanti steps down, and then your secretary, your treasurer, and then a student representative. Your student representative can be one person that you just know is going to be maybe younger in the program that has a desire to maybe want to go into those other responsibilities of positions as you guys graduate out. So you always want to kind of have a couple of student representatives to keep the organization running so that you know, okay, these people are kind of like shadowing you all that have decided to start this, but also shadowing you all so that it's a continuation. So you kind of want to have some, they're kind of like the way to keep, maybe like your historian person could be that person as well. But you want to have that person that knows, okay, this is how we got started. This is what we want to do. This is how we want to continue on. And the other reason we had student representatives for our chapter is because my chapter is a little bit unique. We have faculty and students that participate in our NBASLH chapter. I know yours is primarily for students. So again, I would say you want at least your member at large to be your faculty advisor, because you need someone from the department to be able to support what you guys are doing. Keeping in mind, this is not a competition. This is not a battle. This is not trying to solicit any students from being a part of any of your student organizations. So usually that person is your faculty advisor, is the one that keeps the department calm, keeps all of the rest of the student organizations calm, that NBASLH is not trying to take over NISHLA. NISHLA is not trying to take over NBASLH. SGA is not trying to take over NBASLH. It's no competition. You can be in all 5,000 student, organizations that you have, but this is one that's passionate and one that you're passionate about and that you want to be a part of and be representative of. So just keep in mind your faculty advisor is that person to kind of, I would say, keep the calm, hopefully, for you and the department if there ever comes an issue where the department chair or faculty members or even other students are like, oh my God, the affiliate chapter of NBASLH is always doing something. And you guys are like, yeah, we are, because we're bad. We do our stuff, So you got to have that person that's going to be able to support you guys that way. And trust me, I had that happen quite a few times where I've battled with, oh, well, we wanted this event for February 14th because it's Valentine's Day. Well, but you're not the only student organization. And we've already put it on our calendar and it's already up on the, calendar for the department. So you knew we were doing this. Like we used to do things a few months ahead of time, especially for Black History Month. So that it's like, okay, Black History Month is going to be pretty much so where we do a lot of things for NBASLH because of the history behind the organization. So Valentine's Day falls in that month. Sorry, we got an event.
Mm-hmm.
We used to do like our soul food potluck around that time. So we used to do a potluck for that. But I can tell you guys about events later. Again, what I'm showing you is just a template. You guys can take it, you can adjust it to however you want. Just know that you want your positions to be held at least. Dr. Rosa Luga, you guys are on 2 semesters for a year, or is it 3 for the year?
So now, starting in the summer, we no longer have a summer admissions, even though it is a 3-semester program. So every semester, they are taking courses, and that's fall, spring, and summer.
Okay, so that's why I put for a year, because that's similar to us. We are on tri-semesters as well. So you have, we usually would start in the fall. So it'd be fall to the next fall would be your year. But because you guys are starting in the winter, you can say winter until next winter is your year. You just want to make sure that the individuals, especially you guys in your roles as the true board of the organization, are not graduating because it kind of defeats the purpose. If you have someone, like if Ashanti is graduating in May, she's president for a semester. So you kind of want to make it where you have that opportunity to be in the role for at least a year. So you can kind of, shape in and do what you all want to do in your various positions. So that's why I say at least a year. So that's 3 semesters for us, which would be similar to you guys, even though you don't really have a summer semester. Questions or thoughts so far?
So I do have Virginia. What semester are you in the undergrad? Because they're all undergraduate. Because I want to ask about that. But Virginia, what semester?
I'm a junior.
So you're a junior. When is your anticipated graduation date?
Spring 2023.
You're okay. The other 2.
Spring 2023 as well.
Same
for me.
Okay.
Okay, so
And
you guys are really going to be the foundation. So the other members that you pull in, try to make sure that you're pulling in those individuals that are going to be able to replace you in 2023, not replace you as people, just replacing your position so that the organization can continue to go on. So this next year and even 2023, before you guys graduate in spring of 2023, will be your big push for membership.
Right.
So really trying to get more members involved. I can talk to you guys in a few minutes about a few strategies to kind of help you with that. but you want to make sure that you have those, that interest out there. So you guys are going to be really building that interest this semester, summer semester, definitely next fall. So I would plan like for a major kind of kickoff for getting membership next fall, because those are ones that you all know will take you once you guys graduate in 2023.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So let me just show you another little thing that I gave you guys. Hopefully I can pull it up. Can you guys see this document?
Yes.
Okay. So this document I sent to you guys just to kind of give you an idea of some of the roles and responsibilities that you may have. And again, you all are student run, so you all can decide how you want to put people on these committees. This is kind of how we did it, just based on knowing who was in those roles. So like I was a chair, and the chair-elect was an actual other faculty member, because when I needed to not be chair anymore, I needed to make sure I had somebody for faculty. Again, we're faculty and student. So we had faculty, student, and student representatives. So you'll see on some of these committees, the student representatives are not listed. It's not that they weren't a part of it. It's just I had to have that core board of people that I knew, like the four of you, the three of you, the fourth one that's coming, you guys will all be working together constantly right now this first year for sure, because you guys are establishing the actual affiliate, if that makes sense. Okay, so our steering committee would be you guys. So you're the ones that are like making sure that everybody understands how you organize the affiliate, how you looked at NBASLH, the national's missions goal, the affiliates handbook. You guys should know what you should be doing according to their rules from the national office. And then I know you were working on the paperwork, Ashanti, to get you guys submitted to the national office to be an affiliate. Were you able to get all of that paperwork in?
I was actually going to ask you, I was going to send you what I have filled out just to make sure that it's correct before I send it off.
Okay, that's not a problem.
Because the
baby.
first
Honestly,
thing, just to backtrack. So Ashanti, really, you started out and you submitted all of the paper to SGA, to UCF,
Yeah, for
right?
OSI purposes, everything's good for that.
okay, so
and
you
then
got it straight for UCF, and now you're just making sure you have it straight for NBASLH.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So, I can honestly, Ashanti, me reviewing it kind of is going to be, I can do it, but I would tell you this, send it in. If there's something missing, they're going to tell you what is missing, because it takes them a couple of weeks to process it. So I don't want to have you held up because I didn't give you feedback. I'd rather I can look over it very quickly, but honestly, you and Dr. Rosaluga might want to look at it together just to make sure that it fits your criteria there at UCF. Because honestly, everything you're going to be doing is going to be connected to UCF and NBASLH. I'm kind of an outsider, and I don't know all of your policies and procedures at UCF. So I would just want to make sure that, like Dr. Rosaluga, before she leaves, give yourself a target date that you're going to get it submitted by February 1st, because she's out, she's retiring in 2 weeks. So that gives you that target date. We actually put in and got established around February as well. So like I put it in Christmas, and then it took them till February to approve us as an affiliate. So if you say by February 1st, at least by March or April, you'll already be hopefully established as an affiliate. So summer can be your like major kickoff of, hey, here we are kind of thing. And then definitely for fall.
Okay, so Ashanti, if you can get that to me, just so I can look it over, so I get it back to you by Monday. Okay.
Yeah, I just would rather that, Dr. Rosaluga,
I got it.
I know there's some components that you have to talk about, how like you're going to process stuff at the university, which we can talk about in a minute.
We'll talk about it in a minute, because I do have questions. I just want to make sure. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So Ashanti and you all, Virginia and Ianique, did I say it right?
Yes.
Okay, Ianique, you guys really are going to be the ones that create your bylaws. Like, what do you want to be established? Like, how do you want to pick treasurer? How do you pick chair-elect? You guys are going to write that stuff up. So those will be your actual bylaws for your affiliate. So you all can say, the chair will be elected from student membership, or you can say the chair is going to be appointed. I appointed student representatives based on feedback from the students. So I would talk to the students, gather their interests, and then out of the interest of the students, that's how I appointed my student representatives. You all can have a membership committee as well. And your membership committee is going to be, the people that go out and say, hey, come join us. We're this group doing presentations, showing them what NBASLH is about, kind of talking yourself up on campus for your speech language pathology and audiology students. I know I didn't stress this before. We used to go over to the audiology department and do a presentation to try to get audiology students interested as well. So you don't have to limit yourself just to speech language. This first little core, you may want to start with you guys small, and then maybe in the fall, say, okay, we're going to kick it off in summer for just us. And then in the fall, also invite your audiology students. So you have a good mix of students, because NBASLH overall has a good mix of SLPs and audiologists as well. And then your planning activity and committees, that's that group that, pretty much so wants to say your social events, your professional events, going to the national convention, who's going to plan, how you guys are going to go. And you notice here, I have your member at large on both of those committees, because you want your faculty member to be involved with, maybe they have grant money, or if they don't have grant money, maybe they can get you guys grant monies. So you want to have that person also look at call for papers, who's going to be presenting, because if you're going to present, then you actually have to go to conference. So you have to think about those things when that time comes up. The conference this year is in March.
That's already too fast.
Yeah, I was going to say, we currently don't have anyone going. I know a couple of people put call for papers in, but I don't think they got accepted because I haven't heard from them. So right now, I know none of us from Nova's planning to go to convention right now, because we don't have anyone presenting. We usually go as a group when someone's presenting, or we go as a group when there's enough student interest, then we try to figure out a way to go. I will tell you this, convention is pretty much so pay out of pocket. So I tell the students, even the student representatives, when we've gone, share a room, because you guys are going to be paying for this out of pocket. It's a pretty much so a 4-day weekend, Thursday to Sunday. So you have to say, okay, if there's 4 of us, everybody pays for a hotel room per night. So 1 night per person. Then, you got to make sure you raise your money for convention registration. So those are things that if you have grant monies out there, or if you're saving your money, along the way, they do have scholarships. So you can apply for the scholarships to travel. But those are things that you guys have to start thinking about, I would say, for next year, because of course, March is too soon.
When are they having next year, Rachel? Oh, where? Did they say yet?
They haven't said where it's going to be next year. So I'm not sure. I'm hoping it comes back to the East Coast, so that way it'll be easier for students to get there. Yeah. As you know, Dr. Rosa Luga, Houston is an outlier city for us. And
the other issue is that, just so that the students know, I think that there is a concern. There is a concern of travel, of COVID. And I know that NBASLH probably did try and rescind, but they had, already paid for it. I mean, there were, fiscal issues. So they decided to go ahead, with Texas. So we'll look to see when and where. The other thing is, I don't know if Nova does this, but if the students are presenting, student government sometimes helps.
It depends. At one point they were supporting when students presented, but because we have so many, in our college, we have like SGAs for every department. So that it became a little bit unbalanced on who was going to be able to go. So they kind of stopped doing that. Not to say that we couldn't apply to say we want some support, but it just really depends on like when the conference is, the time of the year, and pretty much so what funds they have available. Okay. All right. So that was just my second document that I sent to you guys. And then the last document I sent you all was, hold on, I got to pull it back up again. What did I do with it? Oh, the membership form. Give me 1 second and I'll pull it back up. Questions or thoughts for me right now? I know I went through that list kind of fast. What do you guys think?
One question that I have is as a whole, we were going to do a retreat to plan out this semester, but can we not host any events until we get the approval of becoming an official affiliate? Okay.
Yep, you have to be official. You have to be official before you host like a major event. And your first event should be something that's like an intro kickoff event, Ashanti and Ionique and Virginia. You know, like, hey, we got this new student organization. We are NBASLH and we're here to stay. So here's some information about, you know, what NBASLH is, stressing to your colleagues, your classmates. So professional today, Dr. Rosaluga, your classmates, you know, why they should join the affiliate chapter, and then maybe have like a couple of things that you want to entice them with that you plan to do. So for fall, I will just tell you, when we do our kickoff in the fall, one of the things is an enticer is in October, we do an activity. Oh, I forgot, these are undergrads. Because I was gonna say, we do an activity, soaps and sweets for Halloween. And so students get to learn how to write soap notes, and then we give them candy, basically. But you could do like a movie night. You could do whatever you want. You guys are undergrad, so you don't have to write soap notes yet. I have a graduate chapter, so all of my students are learning to write soap notes and things like that. You're muted, Dr. Rosaluga.
I think that's something that we need to think about, because I have graduate students who want to be involved, because remember,
Oh, then you could
because
definitely
we do
something
not
like
have
that.
a lot of students of color in the graduate program. So
Okay.
we really need to make sure that they're involved. So
Okay.
I think that there will be a nice synergy, you know, where maybe the graduate student can be the one to prepare the undergraduates in something.
Absolutely. They could do anything like
Observation or
observation, preparing them for,
Okay.
you know, graduate school, study skills.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have any kind of way that you tie them together. Our undergrads pretty much, so when they come over, because we have undergrads as well in our NBASLH affiliate, but pretty much so they've come over for more of the social things, because of course they're not ready to learn how to write soap notes, but you can, like I said, you could have a movie night. We did a movie night. I don't know. We have, see, I don't know where your classrooms are still on main campus, or your classrooms at the clinic.
Main campus. Well, main campus, the clinic is really not poised to have a real, because then their graduate students are there and clients are there.
And clients. Well, no, I was just thinking, because like our movie night it wasn't really a movie night. It was like 5:30 to 7:30. And we just used one of our classrooms and brought in a DVD and it just showed it.
Exactly.
So, you know,
Exactly. Yeah.
I was just trying to think of location of where you guys could do things like that. And Ashanti, that's where you and Virginia come into play. Like, what does the university say? Can you have a classroom? Can you reserve a classroom for an event? Can you reserve like your student center? Sometimes we've done like something at the student center. So they sometimes have little breakout rooms that you can go and have like a party, not like a party, not like, you know, undergrad party where y'all, you know, having too much fun, but a little party. We've done
no parties right now. Okay. No parties.
No, they got to get officially approved first. So once we get officially approved, we can talk about some more activities.
Right.
But yeah, once you get approved, you guys, you know, you can kind of think about what you want to do. And like I said, kind of target fall of 2022 as your kickoff date. Like, here we are, we're ready to get started. You know, once we've gotten approved, because you should be approved by fall for sure. You should be approved by summer.
Absolutely.
And then you guys will be able to kind of do some of your events. So the last thing I was going to show you, and then you guys can ask me whatever questions you want. And again, this is just a template or something to kind of get you guys thinking about, once you get approved, you know, what you want to have. And that's your membership form. You guys see it? I can't always tell. Okay. So we charge $5 regardless of your status here. And it's a one-time fee for us. Now it's a one-time fee for the affiliate. So that's kind of like your as necessary money. So if you're going to have an event, you might want to have popcorn, but you got to have some money to buy the popcorn. So that's where that membership money comes in. So we only collect it once. The requirement is that they have to also join the national NBASLH. So as a student member, professional member, whatever, they have to be involved in both. That's where your secretary is going to have to keep track of things for you guys. So like making sure that everyone is a member of both. You know, your check and balances on that. I will tell you, I've not always been as good about making sure that student members join both, but you want to make sure that people have joined both. You can say it's $5 annually. It's totally up to you guys. You guys can determine what you want your membership fees to be a member. But that money I usually set aside, like I said, for cash needed, or, if you need to just have a pot of, to get something started, to buy wrapping paper, if you're going to do Toys for Tots as a fundraiser or something for the community. And you want to have some, I don't know, Dr. Rosa Lugo, what you guys' policy is on cash on hand. Nova's really strict on us having cash on hand. They all of a sudden went to no cash allowed on hand. But I'm going to say this, and I know I'm being recorded. Dr. Williams is a little bad. I do have a cash box in my office, because if we decide we need to do something and I need quick money, I can't go to the bursar's office and request a check and then go to the dollar store to buy some wrapping paper. It's like, we just did a fundraiser to wrap some gifts. I got $10 in my cash box. I'm going to use that $10. So
we need to
ask about what they are as far as cash on hand. I don't know how your SGA works or any of that. The other thing with processing this memberships as well, Dr. Williams is not, I'm tech savvy, but I don't like to be connected too much to technology because I do it all day for my job. Right. But you could have established, and check with the university, but you could have established a Venmo account, or one of your treasurer, whoever your treasurer is. Are you the treasurer, Virginia? I'm sorry. One of you is treasurer. Ian's treasurer. I'm like, why y'all are treasurer? So Ian, as a treasurer, a way our student government does things is she actually has, they actually have a Venmo account, but you're the one that will be receiving it. So you have to make sure that if you are comfortable with that whenever you get monies, that it's going automatically to your, to the affiliate chapter. So you have to be very careful on how you set things up. So we're doing a t-shirt fundraiser right now, and it's SGA something Venmo, but there's the treasurer that's in charge of it. So when we send our monies in, she's giving it to them to pay for our t-shirts. So you just have to make sure your treasurer, knows that if you set up that general account, whoever's treasurer has to make sure they know the password. They have to know, how to work it and the whole nine of that. And again, that's something that we can talk about once you guys are approved. But you also want to make sure you talk with your university to see how they want you all to take in monies. So if you are going to have a membership fee, how does that work? If you're not going to have a membership fee, it's fine. You don't have to have one. Like I said, pretty much so for us from day one, we just always wanted to make sure we had cash on hand. And in the last couple of years, they've just become a little bit more restrictive with that. So again, it's a very generic form. You guys can decide how you want to tweak it, use it, not use it. I don't care. It really is up to you all. It just kind of gives you, and again, keep in mind that this is geared for professionals and students. You guys can make it where it's just for students. So instead of it saying primary, employment, you could say years in the program, first year, second year, junior, senior. So that way you guys kind of know where the students are or when they're going to graduate. If you want, you could have I don't know, you guys could kind of change this to make it fit your needs. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to have employment settings. Like I said, you could have, years in the program, graduate, undergraduate, you can make it work for you guys. And then this last part, again, is a little bit more related to faculty or outside members. So you may have affiliate members, some people from OT or whoever, or faculty members that want to join, because you guys are in Central Florida. So being out there as an affiliate may bring people in. I do have people that want to join, that have joined our NSU affiliate chapter, that are outside community members. So again, that's why this form is kind of geared for professionals and students. You all can make it what you want. I just wanted to share it with you so you can make it what you want.
Can we have community SLPs
if you all have to decide that, that's up to you.
Okay. Like alumni.
Really good. Yeah.
Alumni
you can have alumni.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's totally up to you all how you want to shape the affiliate. You can have alumni members, graduate members, undergraduate members. It's your decision. This is your committee right now that's making that final decision. I
Okay,
like that
so
it's being more student run. So I am proud of you ladies. So very proud of you all taking on these responsibilities. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm here for support.
I have one question for like when I fill out the information to send off to NBASLH. For the president, secretary, treasurer, and VP, we have to be a part of national NBASLH because they ask for an NBASLH membership number. Okay.
Yep. And it's I think like $35 for you guys to join NBASLH now as student members. I can't remember, baby.
I just sent them the link.
Okay. Okay.
And so that we could take a look at that link and see what what we have to do.
And
and the reason they ask that, honestly, is you don't want to create an affiliate that has no association with the organization.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's happened before. That's the only reason I'm saying that.
Yeah.
And do we have to have a certain amount of like students in national NBASLH, or does it not matter? We just have to be in it. Okay.
You all have to be in it. Your board members, you want for sure to be a part of the national chapter. I also, as a part of our bylaws, as a part of the affiliate chapter, say you have to be in both. You have to join both. So that way we know that we have student members.
Right.
And you want that so that when like the affiliate goes to convention, you have people stand up. It's not just you all, the 4 of you or the 3 of you. You have your student members if you guys go to convention, or if you have something online, you want your affiliate members to be well known. And again, Dr. Rosaluga, like I said, I have some that are outside of Nova. So when we go as professionals, they stand up as well.
Also,
so kind of, So you're like your alumni, it's UCF alumni, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm alumni, so I can stand up for y'all.
Yeah.
I'll join your chapter. even though I got my own to run, I'll join your chapter too. You take alumni.
You know us,
we're
we're friendly fire. Are there any questions? It's being recorded. I will send the link. You could listen to it again. And if you have any questions, what I would like is that Ashante and I look at this, send it forward. And if they need something, they'll get back. Ashante, you and I will meet with Poonam. And then we can then meet again and let's go over the role, responsibility. I know that some of you, or I don't know if it was one of you, but, ask for mentors, in terms of what you need to do. So, Dr. Williams, if you have, I would say that right now, I could do one of 2 ways. Do you have any of the students that would be willing to mentor? I could contact.
Well, I would say it this way.
Okay, here we go.
This is going to sound really harsh. You don't need membership, ladies. You all have already stepped into the leadership role. What you need to decide is what you all want to do as your roles and responsibilities as these new leaders. You have Dr. Rosa Lugo and I as your mentors. You're already being mentored right now. If you want to talk to someone else as a fellow student, like, okay, how do I be chair? Then yes, we can, I can put you with someone, or I can, we could think about putting you with someone. But really the first step is you've already stepped into the leadership role. So really how you decide to be chair or treasurer or secretary.
Yes.
VP. I was
VP.
like, no, VP. Sorry, Virginia. I was like, VP. VP is really, kind of you all deciding what you want to do. So like, I will tell you, VP, you're going to be doing a lot of work with Ashanti. You guys are going to decide what it is you want the organization to look like. What do you want the organization to be? Ianique is going to be the one that says, okay, this is how we're going to give money in here. We want money for this. We want money for that. So think about how any organization that you're in, think of it as a business. So like you got your CEO, you got your assistant CEO, you got your treasurer. She's all about, Ianique is going to be all about, well, wait, guys, if we charge membership fees, how are we going to collect it? Who's going to be responsible for keeping it secure? Chair-elect, you guys together, Shanti, you guys have to decide, okay, what are we going to do as leaders? What is my role? My role is to get us kicked off. I got the affiliate stuff paper in. Okay, so now as chair-elect, you're watching her process to say, okay, you know what? I have to make sure every year there's an affiliate report. Every year, there's certain things that have to be done. So you can kind of divvy up on who's going to do what. So that little one that I kind of gave you, your ad hoc committee board or whatever that I showed you, I didn't give you roles and responsibilities on there per se, because you all kind of have to decide what it is exactly that you want to do, and keeping in line with what UCF requires.
Yeah, that's the role that I.
So those are things that I need.
Yeah.
No. Right.
And I think that what we might do, and it could be next week, the week after, even if I'm retiring, like I live in Orlando, so I'm not going anywhere. You can always, we could do a Zoom, and then we could start talking about, okay, and I want them written. I want this written. I want,
so
later
whoever
on,
you all pick as your secretary, or right now, one of you can, wear a dual hat. I hate to say it, but chair-elect and secretary kind of go hand in hand. I hate to tell you that, but that's the reality, because you're the one that's going to be kind of taking over. So you want to document things. You want to make sure that you understand once you're leader, what it is. So yes, I've worn that hat as chair-elect and secretary. So I do know how that works. But you guys have to sit down and have like a meeting with Poonam. I know I'm saying her name.
Poonam, but you can say Rosa Lugo. It doesn't matter. Just
Rosa Lugo or Poonam, and have them, also kind of shape you from a professional background on what you want to include as your roles and responsibilities. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Like the chair is going to lead the meetings. The chair is going to solicit members. The chair is going to, pretty much oversee the well-being of the organization. Chair-elect is going to follow the chair. So your responsibility will be working with the chair to solicit members. Your responsibility will be for you to, take data, make sure that you're understanding how the affiliate works. Treasurer, again, supporting your chair-elect, supporting the organization, soliciting members. Always, board members are soliciting members.
Right.
So whatever you put as a responsibility, everybody has to be out there saying, how are we going to draw people in? If not, then you're going to fall by the wayside and you won't have any members. Does that help?
So I think it does. I think that we just need to set a time, Ashanti, I'll talk to you, and we'll meet again. And then we'll record it, but someone has to put it in a written format online. I'm a paper person, and I need, those planning books. I like journals. That's how I know, like, the other day someone said, well, you said this. I said, what? I said, I remember I said this. Remember this here? That's what I said. You have to be very careful. Okay.
Yeah, you have to be very careful. And I would say to you all, you don't have to write down everything from this meeting here. You just want to say met with, Dr. Williams, another affiliate chapter to discuss, development of hours. That's you just little quick bullets. So that, you met and that you went over what you needed to go over. Ask me questions. I'm always here. So Dr. Rosa Lugo knows how to get in contact with me. And it's, I think you guys are all on the email. So I just emailed you back. So you guys have my email. And I don't want to force too much of what we do, because like I said, it really needs to align with what you guys have at UCF.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Are any of you on other student organizations?
What are you
besides
on?
NBASLH?
Look at this. Who's in NBASLH?
I am.
Okay. So, Virginia, another organization?
Yes, I'm a part of the Gospel and Cultural Choir, and also John T. Washington Honor Society.
Ashanti? Oh, same. You're the same.
Yeah, same. I'm also part of the Gospel and Cultural Choir and John T. Washington Honor Society, and we're both on each boards.
So you all got board experience. So you all already know what to do. You just need to bring it to this board. So you really got your mentorship already lined up on so many different levels. You just have to decide how you want to transfer it into this. And I'm going to say this to you all in all frankness. Don't feel like because you don't have mentorship from the department that you're not being mentored in other ways. I am the crazy outlier here in my program. We are at a majority school. I literally had to convince my colleagues that in NBASLH, Hispanic Caucus, all of the multicultural constituency groups are important. I got pushback. Well, why do you guys call it the National Black Association? I used to get that pushback every time I invited people to join, not just students, but faculty as well. So just know, being at a majority school, you are a little bit of an outlier, but it doesn't mean that you can't be successful.
The other thing is, Rachel, one of the things, and I have to look and see, because I think you really need to know the history. I think I have that from, who did that? Reggie? Who did it?
Ron Jones did
Ron
history.
Jones, yeah.
You know what? I only have one
copy because he sent it to me, and it's like gold because you don't get it really well.
Right. I'm sorry. I was looking back on my shelf. I was like, I only have one. I was thinking I had an extra copy that I could send you, Linda, or send to Ashanti, but I actually don't.
Yeah, I'd have to give it to Ashanti, but then I'd have to charge her $500 if she loses it. So I'll take it to I'll be making money. So anyway, when I see you, Ashanti, but it is really important. It is was written, that development, and you need to be very clear, and each one of you needs to know that history. So if anyone asks you, this is the logo, this is what it means, this is the vision, this is the mission, this is how it came to pass. Actually, NBASLH was the first, I remember when I moved to Florida, was the first organization. It wasn't the Hispanic Caucus, because the Hispanic Caucus was a little bit later that I joined, but I was much more involved in NBASLH than I was in the Hispanic Caucus. And then you're talking to two presidents here, the Hispanic Caucus and NBASLH. The other thing is, and I think, Rachel, this is really, I had an aha moment. So when you put down on the forms president and whatever, NBASLH doesn't use president, it uses chair. I think that's what we should use, Ashanti. So it's vice chair and chair. We don't use that. The Hispanic Caucus, we use president. So I think you need, it is the same thing like the Native American group, they use tribal council. So it's very tied to how they see themselves culturally and to the national organization. So make sure that when you're looking on the website and you're looking at those, and I know they have it in the book, but that it sort of parallels how it's seen in NBASLH. Because I just realized that we don't say chair. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would tell you guys the history is on the NBASLH website, so you can you just get an overall general idea what the history is. The book that Dr. Rosa Lugo and I are talking about goes into a lot of deep history, like past presidents and why we were established, and so there's some good history on the website that you guys can look at. And I'm going to tell you this: don't feel like it's who you are, but it's a part of who you are. So as you learn more and more about the history, you all are creating history because you're going to be the founding members of your affiliate chapter. So just know you're establishing that chapter and making that your, legacy to leave behind. And when you think about the legacy that you're leaving behind, it's because you have a passion for the field of speech language pathology, but you also have a feel for making sure that you want to represent and also work with individuals from African American and African background. So, you're kind of tying it together. You can have anybody in the organization. So one of the things that's going to be probably is the hardest thing at a majority school is saying you don't have to be Black to join.
That is a big deal. That's the first thing they're going to ask you.
Black to join.
Yeah.
You are going to have clients on your caseload that will come from African American and African descent. That's why you need to be a part of NBASLH, so that you can get the resources to help you when you're in the field. So, you have to think about ways that when you look at the NBASLH website, there's, consumer stuff. There's, you want to make that they understand that, yes, you're creating this affiliate, but you're creating it as a way to also link them to understanding what they need to know about this community or this set of potential clients, students, families that they will be working with. That's where you get your graduate students involved, Dr. Rosaluga.
Absolutely. And that's the first question that they ask. And, you know, and it's not only to NBASLH, you know, we get all the time, you know, do you have to be Latino to join the Hispanic Caucus? No.
No,
The bottom
I'm
line
in
is,
Hispanic Caucus and I'm not.
yeah. Well, I
And
don't
I
know.
speak very little
beg
Spanish.
to differ. I beg to differ because I don't know. She's like the Boricua sister, the Puerto Rican sister. But my point is that is a really big question, you know, and we have to be very cautious on how we do that. And then how we conduct ourselves, you know, how we conduct ourselves under the name of NBASLH. So we could have a conversation.
So yeah, we'll have a conversation about that once you guys get approved, Ashanti,
Right.
and once you guys are like ready to do it, just you guys can contact me and then we'll talk about how when you go to have your kickoff,
Right.
you know, invitation of joining. So when you have your first kickoff meeting and having, I think Ashanti, you might have been, I did a presentation and I think I might have sent it to you that kind of showed you how to kind of present the information to, you know, get people drawn in. But we can definitely talk about that. My thing is right now, ladies, is just really getting you guys on point. Communicate with each other is so important. So the three of you are it. The fourth person, I forgot who the fourth person is, but the four of you are it right now. So you guys have to be talking to each other about, it seems scary, so I don't want to scare you guys, but why are you doing this? Why do you want this affiliate chapter there? And the four of you have to be on the same page because you can't draw anybody else in if the four of you are not on the same page about why you're doing this. Does that make sense? And so you have great mentorship with Dr. Rosaluga. You and I'm here, like I said, and then Poonam is going to be there for you guys. And again, we're here to kind of support you all, but I want you all to just speak, and two of you are in the same groups already. So Ian, don't feel bad, baby. I can't sing either, so I wouldn't be joining them on that singing thing. I sing, but only for myself. In the shower sounds the best. In the shower sounds the best. But, you know, you guys are already in organizations that you see that bonding, but the four of you for this definitely have to be on solid ground. So, you know, get together now in the next few weeks in the mindset of we are going to be approved by April 1st. So that way you guys are going ahead and starting to plan what you want to do for summer and fall.
I think it's doable. And so it's going to be 2:30. I promise we wouldn't have it too long.
That's
but
okay.
I think it's excellent information. And I want you guys to sort of think about it, look at the forms, and then let's get together, get that going.
Yeah,
All
and
that
Dr.
kind of
Rosa,
stuff.
I think I emailed all of you back. Let me make sure that I sent
I
you
see the
guys.
3
Did I get everybody?
forms.
Okay.
Guys, look at your emails. Ashanti and
it just
Poonam,
went to
no.
Ashanti.
Ashanti,
Okay, so
send it to them.
Ashanti, it went to you. Send it to your the rest of your boards. I'm sorry, ladies. Ianique and Virginia, I didn't have your email addresses. It just went to Ashanti. But she can share it with you guys.
Okay.
One last thing. Oh, go ahead, baby.
So I just wanted to say we are planning the retreat, right? So I feel like it should be more than one day. Like each day, like the first day could be like focusing on knowing the history of NBASLH, getting to know each other. And then the second day we talk about the laws that we want to have or designate roles to each other. So like we're not focusing on too much on one day. So
well, and I think let me just say something about that. When we're doing something on Zoom, remember we're zoomed out. So it really shouldn't be more than an hour. That's it. No longer than that, because it's too much. And you always have to give time. Like if we're gonna full load, always 10 minutes of answering questions. Okay, so at least to begin, because I just had like for example, an ASHA meeting last night. I felt like I was gonna pull my hair out. It was 2 hours of something that I believe, could have been delivered differently. It was a lot of information for, a group. They'll have to read it several times. We know that. Yeah. So delivery is really important.
Yeah. Let me ask a quick question. When are you guys doing this retreat? Do you guys have dates already?
We haven't picked a date yet. We're trying to like see everyone's availabilities, but we were talking about it today in our group chat.
Okay. So the 4 of you guys already got a group chat going on. Okay.
There's 6 of us.
6 of you.
Yeah.
Okay. So the 6 of you. So here's a quick thing. There's never going to be a perfect date. So Ashanti, I'm going to tell you right now as chair, you put out when you know that the majority of you are available, and then you go from there. Because if you keep waiting for all 6 of you to come up with a perfect date,
Not gonna happen.
not going to happen. So if you want to say, okay, by February 1st, we need to have our date solidified for our little retreat, because you're submitting everything by February 1st. So that's a good kind of time frame to say maybe the weekend after the 1st. I don't even know what dates that are, but you want to go ahead and get you guys. So maybe you want to look at your retreat being the 5th and 6th or 4th and 5th or something like that. So you guys are in that wave of going forward.
Yeah, that's important. That's
Because
important.
I will tell you, from serving on several boards as chair and as a member, as a chair, eventually you have to just say, you know what, I gave you guys 2 weekends. This is the one we need to do because this is what we got to get done. So sometimes you kind of have to take that initiative, Ashanti, to just say, you know what, guys, I'm submitting on February 1st. So we really need to, within a week of that, at the latest, I would say meet.
Correct. Got it.
That's just a suggestion, but I'm just telling you, you're
No,
never
it's
going to
true.
get everybody on the same page. And if someone can't meet that weekend, it's fine. You can always bring them up to date, but you got to kind of take your stance of saying you want to keep it going.
The one that we're
not,
gonna have
it'll
to
be finals, it'll be midterms, it'll be whatever, and you guys are gonna be like, oh wait, I have this. We got a concert. There's something that's gonna always be there. So y'all are.
Well, the other thing is, the one that we really have to get on board, Shanti, and that's what you and I need to talk about. Poonam has to show up. The problem with Poonam is that it's clinic. When you have clinic, there's not a lot of leeway because the clients are there. So we really need to talk to Poonam and say, we need to bring her in initially. So we'll talk about that, because I know her days are Monday, and she sent me that and I'm like, oh geez, so let's try and work that out. At
like
least
you
initially.
just said, Dr. Rosa Luga, do it in a little short dosage. Tell her it's a 30-minute meeting. She has to be there.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do that.
You wrote something in the chat, baby. I'm sorry. I wasn't looking at my chats. I'm sorry.
No, I just I'm talking to them
Rosa.
on questions that I had. So you answered those, and I know I have access to you. So see, if you were to do an analogy, so Ashanti is to Rosa Lugo as Rachel is to Rosa Lugo. And what does that mean? Rosa Lugo, she was my student as an undergraduate and a graduate. So I still find her, she still finds me. Okay. So I think that's a lot.
And again, ladies, I'm here for you. So I know Ian, Neek, and Virginia, you guys just met me kind of officially, but I'm not going anywhere that I know of right now. And like I said, Dr. Rosa Luga knows how to track me down. She has all my numbers on the planet, and she knows how to email me and whatnot. So, and when I come up that way, she knows I'll be like, girl, where are we going to get some meat?
That's right. So we're good. We're good.
So we're good. Any final thoughts? I know I kind of threw a lot at you guys, but any final thoughts? Okay, so when it comes to your date for your retreat, Ashanti, let us know ahead of time, and I can maybe send you guys some reminders of the history or whatever you all want to discuss. So that way you kind of, I'm a former chair of NBASLH. So I was convention chair, and then I moved up. I did 2 terms as chair of the national organization. So I have a lot of history that I know about the organization itself, that I'm definitely, willing to share with you guys, or just giving you guys some suggestions of things to help you shape, like you said, Ian, Nick, on that second day activities or events. I can kind of pull some stuff together and then send it to you, Ashanti, ahead of time. So that way you guys have some ideas of some stuff that you might want to, look at doing. I'm trying to think, I may actually, Linda, if I have an extra copy of the book, can I just send it to you to give to them?
Yeah, just send it to me, and then I'll make sure that it goes back to you. In an envelope. I'll send it right back. Just
Okay. Okay. I think I may have an extra copy.
yeah, if you have an extra, because I have one, and right now I'm in the throes of just packing stuff, and so it's just a little crazy. But
Actually, I do. I think I have one at home. And if I
Okay.
have it, Linda, if I have an extra one at home,
send it to me.
text me later your home address, and then I'll just send it to your house.
Okay, got it.
And then that way they'll have it for their retreat.
Okay.
I can say that our retreat is going to be soon because I want to submit everything by either Friday or Monday to NBASLH because I want to get everything started. So it's soon once I text them back.
Okay.
No, I was just giving you a suggested date, baby. So like if you're going to get the paperwork in by February 1st, then you guys need to be meeting like a couple of weeks after that. Because once you
Just
get that approval back, you guys want to keep it going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna stop recording.
Okay.